You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes! The wait is finally over. Baseball season is here at last, and the excitement continues all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments, just instant cash, instant gratification. Why wait until the end of the season to claim victory when you can win huge cash every day? At DraftKings, it's like a brand new season every time you play. Just select 2 pitchers and 8 position players, stay under the salary cap, and you could be on your way to an enormous payday. Last year, Peter from Colorado won $1 million at DraftKings in one day, just playing fantasy baseball. Hundreds of thousands of fantasy sports fans just like you have already cashed in at DraftKings. Now it's your turn. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code SPREAKER to play for free. You could win part of $300 million in prizes being awarded this season. Use promo code SPREAKER for free entry now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com. This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the #1 thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5ElectronicsInc.com. That's System5ElectronicsInc.com.
You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised.
Do you want that real sports talk? Unfiltered, unsanitized? Well, you have found it. This is a revolution in radio. The realest, trillest sports talk show in America. The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people. Yes! What's happening? What up, man? Thank you so much for joining your boy on the Doug Stewart Show. And today is a Man Talk Monday. Bring it back one more time. Bring it back one more time. Yes, sir. Ow! Damn, I feel good. I feel good. Woo! Hope you had a great weekend. Once again, Man Talk Monday. Your ballers and your busters, a.k.a. your game balls and your goats. That's what we doing today, man. Talking about everything from this past weekend in the world of sports and entertainment and guy talk and all of that stuff. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. If you're a new listener to the Doug Stewart Show, man, thank you for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate it. We appreciate it as a show. Thank you. And this is what we do around here, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m., well, actually 10 a.m. The show hours change from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we talk sports, we talk guy talk, we have fun. Yes, I joan on athletes, on entertainers, and I take a lot of phone calls, and I take a ton, and I absolutely mean it, a ton of chat where we discuss and make you totally interactive to the Doug Stewart Show. Speaking of which, if you like to be interactive and be part of the show and have some of your thoughts read live over the interweb, yeah, you can hit me up on the Spreaker chat on Spreaker.com. Obviously, you're probably listening to it on that platform. Or maybe you're on the DougStewartShow.com or the Doug Stewart Show app. Either way, on Spreaker, follow me on Spreaker.com and then jump in the chat room. And in the chat room is where you post your thoughts and your ideas or whatever it is concerning whatever it is you want to talk about. And I read a lot of it. I read a lot of it on the show, all right? So 404-382-0338. And you can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. What are we going to get into today? Obviously, man, Jordan Spieth, balls out of control. And I guess ball out of control probably isn't the proper term in golf, but you know what I mean. Tiger Woods breaks his damn wrist and continues to play, allegedly. Russell Westbrook balls out of control. Some kudos sent out to the Hawks GM. David Cornwell, I mean, with friends like him, you don't need enemies. Yeah, attorney for Jameis Winston. We'll get into that. Some more NBA talk, some NFL talk. Mel Kiper comes in with his latest edition of his mock draft. We'll talk about that. We'll get into a lot of stuff. Before I go any further, though, man, today is the 25th year that I've been a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Yes. 25th anniversary today. So shouts out. I know a couple of my line brothers listening. Shouts out to Terradome 32, Spring 90, Do or Die, Xi Psi, South Carolina State University, man. 25 years in the frat today. You know, I started thinking about it, man. And I know a ton of Qs all over the world. And a lot of them have lost their brothers, their line brothers, over an extended amount of time. And proud to say, man, happy and thankful and blessed to say that all 32 of us are still walking this earth. Knock on wood. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a blessing. My brother pledged Spring 92, and we are talking about the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated for people that didn't know that I was a member, a brother. My brother had 7 on his line, and 2 of them are gone. And so my brother, if I'm 25, he pledged in 92, so he's 23 years in the frat this year. Out of his 7 line brothers, him included, 2 of them have gone on to glory. And so we're talking 25 years later, man, all of us are still around, 32 dudes, bold and tough and nasty and doggish in our ways, man. And a lot of us, most of us are very successful, have been very blessed over the last 25 years, and we're still all here, man. So praise due to God. Thank you. I tell people all the time, one of the top 2-3 things that I've ever done in my life, man. I mean, one of the top things that I've ever done in my life, man, is pledging my fraternity, man. Just a tremendous thing, tremendous brotherhood over these years, man. So, yeah. Thank you, Lord. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. I guess congratulations are in order for Jordan Spieth. I mean, they are in order. 2 under 70 for a 4-shot victory over Phil Mickelson and Justin Rose this past weekend. He wins his first major, one of his first tournaments. The guy's 21 years old, was in the final group last year for the Masters and fell a little bit short. Very disappointing finish for him last year. And this year, what he does is finishes the drill. On another note from the Masters, and congratulations to him, let me make sure I say that. On another note of the Masters, one in particular that I've been thinking about and talking about, is Tiger Woo. Tiger Woo. Yeah. Tiger shows up. This is the furthest he's went to a Masters, I think they said, since 2013. Actually, on the leaderboard on the last day on Sunday, played some great golf, missed some things, some opportunities to actually, I guess, stay in it and actually be in range of catching Jordan Spieth on Sunday. But that's okay. He still played good. Tiger Woo played very, very good. He played very good. To quote that dude from that, what was his name? The Samuel Jackson movie. It might have been Shaft, I think it was. Tiger Woo played very, very good. He played very good this weekend. Fantastic. That was good to see. He talked about him breaking his wrist almost, or popping his wrist back in place. I didn't get that. He hit a tree root. So if you're like me, you were watching this tournament, with bated breath, hoping that Tiger could stay in contention until Sunday, and he did it. You couldn't have had a better final day of matchups and pairings for a golf tournament than you did on Sunday. You had Tiger Woods right there. You had Mickelson right there. The Jordan Spieth kid was about to set records, and it was just fantastic. Sergio was in there as well. So Baller Award once again to Jordan Spieth, man. And, man, I was so happy to see Tiger Woods just be in contention on Sunday. Yes, Lord. He actually showed up. Now, I promise you, if Tiger wasn't doing well, that little incident he had where he hit the tree root, he probably would have bowed out right then. But he didn't because he was in contention, kind of, sort of. What was he? I think when they came into Sunday, he was at -6 in the Spieth kid was like at -14. So a lot of crazy things had to happen. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. A lot of crazy things had to happen for Tiger to get back in it. But, Jordan Spieth could have gave up a couple of shots. Tiger could have went real, real low. And then we would have had something. We didn't, but it was still good to see on Sunday. What are your thoughts on Tiger? What are your thoughts on this Jordan Spieth kid? And I watched him, and I gave him congratulations, all right? But here's the other part of it. Here's the other part of the whole conversation when you talk about this Jordan Spieth, and I've seen a couple other people kind of make mention of it as well, is that kid don't have and I mean absolutely none, no swagger at all. Like, he has no it factor. And he's young. And listen, I don't want to sound like I'm hating on the guy. Once again, I've already gave him his congratulations. And maybe he'll grow on me. And maybe it's just because he's young. But, I mean, not just because he's a golfer, or not just because he's not Tiger Woods. There's a lot of other golfers out there that are kind of interesting. Like, there was absolutely nothing interesting about this kid. They kept showing this little story about him and how when he was like 14 years old, he said he was going to win the Masters. And that was kind of cute, I guess. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. But he got no sizzle. Like, they can't sell that. They can't sell that guy. I mean, once again, I'm not, hating on the guy. But for golf to be kind of interesting, you got to have some type of personality. And I'm talking about for the casual fan, okay, like myself. And I guess I would still, even though I play a lot of golf, I would still probably put myself in the category of a casual fan. A lot of other guys on the tour are interesting. And they got a little sizzle about themselves. They got a little bit of swagger. Ricky Fowler, the dude that wears all of the bright stuff. I think he's promoted by Puma. Bubba Watson's real cool. Rory's even kind of cool. And you know about Tiger and even other cats like, I don't know, Miguel Jimenez, I don't know. So there's something about a lot of guys on golf that makes them kind of interesting. This kid, Jordan Spieth, man, he's going to have to work on that a little bit. He's going to have to work on that a little bit, man. I don't know. What'd you think? I mean, am I alone in my thinking on that? On Jordan Spieth being kind of, for lack of a better term, boring? He's kind of boring. Once again, congratulations to him, but I don't know. He's going to have to do something. He's going to have to get a style coach or something like that. What are your thoughts on the Masters from this past weekend? Jordan Spieth dominates. Dominates. Tiger Woods stays in contention. And is Tiger back? And I guess that's the That's the overwhelming theme for today, and the question for today is Tiger Woods back? Do you think that he'll be able to compete in these next 3 majors throughout this season? Is he back? Is Tiger Woods back in your opinion? I mean, did you see enough? Was that all you needed to see was him in contention on Sunday? Let's talk about that today. We got birthdays for you. We're going to talk about the Russell Westbrook going ham last night. A lot of little things, man. All right? The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. When we get back from the break, man, we'll talk a little bit about Russell Westbrook going off last night. A little controversy surrounding him as well. And more thoughts on the Masters. Tiger Woods, Jordan Spieth. Don't go away. Keep it locked to the Doug Stewart Show. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on thedougstewartshow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on The Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! The wait is finally over. Baseball season is here at last, and the excitement continues all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments, just instant cash, instant gratification. Why wait until the end of the season to claim victory when you can win huge cash every day? At DraftKings, it's like a brand new season every time you play. Just select 2 pitchers and 8 position players, stay under the salary cap, and you could be on your way to an enormous payday. Last year, Peter from Colorado won $1 million at DraftKings in one day, just playing fantasy baseball. Hundreds of thousands of fantasy sports fans just like you have already cashed in at DraftKings. Now it's your turn. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code SPREAKER to play for free. You could win part of $300 million in prizes being awarded this season. Use promo code SPREAKER for free entry now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. Yeah. Shouts out to my homeboy, Urban Seabrook. He turned 50 years old this past weekend. Shouts out to you, Seabrook. Your old ass. We played golf on Saturday. I didn't play well at all. I had a real rough weekend as far as competition, man, and nothing I hate more than losing. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So I played golf this weekend with me, my brother, a bunch of my homeboys came down celebrating my homeboy Urban Seabrook's birthday. And I didn't play well on Sunday, man. I played horrible, actually, or Saturday. And then to top it off on yesterday, I lose to Tree in Trivia Crack again. Oh, my gosh. And now she's beat me 2 times in a row. It's just been a horrible weekend of competition for me on the Ducks. Oh, here she goes jumping on the microphone. What?
Good morning
What?
again.
What?
Nothing. Hi.
Studio audience. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Well, congratulations on your little trivia crack victory on yesterday. You beat me 2 times in a row. I mean, I'm fine with it, but the studio audience got a real problem with you. They got a real problem with you. Y'all calm down. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Why is it little? Because I won. No, hell no. To my phenomenally amazing, fantastic win. I'll celebrate myself, damn it.
Whatever. You going to have to celebrate with yourself because me and the studio audience, we don't like it.
Okay. We'll try again, Douglas.
And you know what I've noticed about this trivia crack thing, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show? I thought that, like, some of the categories I think that I'm great at, I'm actually better at the more technical conversation or the more technical questions. Like, I think I'm like spotless in history and in science because those are facts. And it's not speculation as far as the category. You have to watch a certain type of movie or a certain type of music to listen to get these entertainment questions right. And I hate that. But I'm killing science and history and art.
So now you're trying to downplay. Okay, I see what you're doing.
I'm not trying to downplay. Congratulations on your little trivia crack victory. Are we going to play again today? Are we going to play again today?
I don't know. I'll see if I can fit you in.
Yeah.
Listen,
What?
Explain something to me. So,
And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show.
Okay, so this weekend, I know you all have been talking about golf and everything. I noticed I walk by the bedroom and I hear those yin-yang twin whispering commentators. Explain golf to me, please.
What do you mean explain it? Like in what do you mean? You know how the games play. What do you mean?
Well, I guess in my mind, from my perspective, who only gets entertainment questions right, I'm looking at it like they're just hitting balls. It's really quiet.
Well, all of that is
Not
true.
exciting.
All of that is true. All of that is true. I remember you said something to me a couple of days ago about your husband has just been watching a lot of golf. He was all tuned into the Masters. You do know why that is, right?
Well, no.
Well, the Masters, and I got to make sure I explain this to somebody that really just doesn't pay attention to golf. The Masters is like the biggest tournament. They call it a major. There's 4 majors in a year. The Masters is the biggest tournament on the Professional Golf Association's tour the entire season. And it's funny because they played it at the beginning of the season as opposed to most other sports play their championship, quote, game at the end of the year. So that's why your husband was all tuned in, because it was the biggest tournament of the year.
Well, normally what happens is it'll be on, and then all of a sudden he'll be like, I'm about to go.
Right.
What happened? I thought we were about to go.
Right. Oh, so he was really locked in.
But he didn't leave. He didn't go hit yesterday because it kept raining, and so.
Right.
But normally that's the progression. So I was like, "Oh boy, here we go."
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of factors. First of all, this story about this young kid dominating, that was a big story. And then Tiger Woods, once again, Tiger, he's the straw that stirs the drink. He was in contention, and contention means that he was in striking distance of possibly winning this thing on Sunday. There's 4 days of the tournament, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And a lot of times, golfers are done. They aren't going to win after the first day. But
Okay.
Tiger played good enough Monday or Thursday, Friday, and Saturday that you thought he had a slight chance. It was a small-ass chance, but he had a slight chance on Sunday, so everybody was watching. If Tiger didn't play Sunday, their ratings would have been cut in half. Trust me on that. Yeah, so that's probably why he was tuned in like everybody else. Yeah, this is the Doug Stewart Show. And something else I learned this past weekend, and I guess maybe this is the first time that I've ever done it, is that they jack up prices at these golf courses on Masters weekend. Yes! And I told y'all last week in talking about the particulars of golf for people that don't play, about it being an expensive game. And they jacked up prices pretty much double everywhere this weekend, from what I understood. And what we played was normally like a $30 course. We paid $60. And I ain't got a check in a couple of years. So that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. Yeah. So So that's what all of the intrigue was about the Masters this past weekend, Tree. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. I'm going to read a lot of your chat in the next segment. We're going to get to birthdays as well. But last night, man, Russell Westbrook goes off. 54 points. He shot 43 shots, which is good for a 1.26 points per average. Over the past 30 years, there have been 187 50-point games. Only 4 of them have been less efficient. So he shot a lot of shots. He got a lot of points, but took a lot of shots. And he got a technical as well. So there's a chance, unless it's repealed, that he might be kicked out or disqualified from playing in the next game that they have. And they're in this playoff chase, talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it's not looking good. It's not looking good. He's got his 16th technical this year, man. And I'm a guy that have been really blowing the horn for Russell Westbrook, thinking that this guy should be considered more for the MVP. And you can tell, based off the conversation, that he's probably not going to get it. It's either going to be James Harden or Steph Curry. Probably Steph Curry. But Russell Westbrook, man, if you ask the question who's more important to their team, if the MVP question in your mind, and the way that it should be, won, is who does more for their team than anybody else. If you took this guy away from their team, what would their team be without them? It's hard to go against Russell Westbrook, but once again, he's not going to win it. But just a fantastic player, has had a fantastic year with no Serge Ibaka, obviously no Kevin Durant. This guy is an animal. He's an absolute animal. And me being a Lakers fan, man, there's been talk and rumblings about possibly him coming to the Lakers. Rajon Rondo, who actually played against the Lakers last night, and they actually got a win over the Lakers, 120-106. Rajon Rondo, Kevin Love, maybe. It needs something, man. And Westbrook's from the L.A. area, just a fantastic player. That would really make my day if Russell Westbrook decides that he wants to go home. He'd be losing money. I probably wouldn't do it, even though I'm from the area or whatever. I probably wouldn't do it. But maybe it's big for him to go and play for his home team, Lakers, man. That would be a great thing. That would be a fantastic thing. Matter of fact, he needs to do that. He needs to do that. But he balls out of control last night, man, and we are getting to testicle cutting time right now for the playoffs. Most of the seeds are already established. In the Eastern Conference, the Atlanta Hawks, who I'll talk about in the next segment, head coach Mike Budenholzer made some very interesting comments talking about the front office of the Atlanta Hawks. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But the Atlanta Hawks have the number 1 seed, and the number 2 seed in the East is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 1 seed in the West is the Golden State Warriors. Number 2 is the San Antonio Spurs, who have won like 11 games in a row, balling out of control as well. They get a ball award. Ball award to the Spurs. Ball award to Jordan Spieth. Ball award to Russell Westbrook, even in a loss. The San Antonio Spurs, I think at the start of the season, I'm pretty sure at the start of the season, I picked Cleveland and I picked San Antonio to play in the NBA Finals. And I think that I actually picked Cleveland to win it. I can't remember, and I think we have it written down somewhere. But, yeah, it looks like that they're on a crash course. And I know a lot of people are buying into the Golden State Warriors. I just can't. Not over the San Antonio Spurs right now. If San Antonio didn't have enough in the tank, they got a bunch of old players. If they didn't have enough in the tank where I think they would hit a wall, I would pick Golden State. I like Golden State, the second best team right now in the West. I think San Antonio's got one more good run in them, man. I think they got one more good run in them. What are your thoughts on the Spurs? The streaking Spurs, as they win, I think, their 11th game in a row, 10th or 11th game in a row this past weekend. Tim Duncan still doing what Tim Duncan do. Yes, sir. They get ball awards. All right, when we get back from the break, we're going to talk some birthdays. I'm going to read some chat. And we'll also talk about head coach Mike Budenholzer of the Atlanta Hawks and some interesting comments about Danny Ferry. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
Now, two things, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. First of all, you're going to have us to believe, Shayana Jenkins, you're going to have us to believe that you, a black woman, didn't look inside of this damn box. That's a lie. And then the second big part of this whole thing is you, come on, Tree. Come on, Tree. What black woman you know in America is going to be told to do something nefarious sounding like that and not take a peek inside the damn box?
You better stop.
You stop. And the second thing Shayana's going to have us to believe is that you took this box that you didn't look in, and you being a black woman, you took this box and don't know where you dumped it at? You discarded this secret box and don't know where? Come on, man. And another thing about black women, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and I'm an expert on black women. All of the black women I know, and I've had this conversation about, about this Aaron Hernandez trial, and what do you think that his girlfriend's going to do when she testifies, this, that, and the other. Everybody that I talk to, and I kind of get the feeling from talking to black women that they ain't trying to do no time for nobody. Yes.
Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern. The Doug Stewart Show. Sports talk. Straight. No chaser.
This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the number one thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5electronicsinc.com. That's System5electronicsinc.com. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. And it's a Man Talk Monday. I need your Ballas and your Busters. I'm going to read some of your chat here in a second. How was your weekend? I went to, speaking of which. Well, let me tell you about the comedy concert I went to this weekend in a second. But let me first tell you about System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as little as $16.50 per month. All right. They've been in business for over 25 years. And check this out. If you call System 5 Electronics right now or contact them through their online website, you can get a free driveway probe with the purchase of a smart solution system. It's a wireless device that alerts you whenever a vehicle enters or exits your driveway. Whenever a vehicle enters or exits your driveway while you're at home, you'll receive an audible alert through your keypad. And it's basically a recorded voice that will say driveway. You will also receive a notification on your smartphone while at home or away. So that's fantastic. They got all of the latest and greatest gadgets to protect your family and your home. So check them out online at System5electronicsinc.com. Make sure you tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you and ask them about the free driveway probe with the purchase of smart solutions. All right, that's System5, the number 5, electronicsinc.com. All right. So, yeah, I went to, what they call it? Mike Epps or the Comedy Festival or something like that. I'm sorry, I don't know the damn name, but I went out to that Saturday night. Me and the wife went out. It was Mike Epps, the great Henry Welsh. Shouts out to you, Henry Welsh. The great Henry Welsh did his thing as well. He kind of emceed the most feared man in comedy. So Mike Epps was the headliner. Then you had Adele Givens. You had the great Bruce. Let Bruce hit it. And you also had Earthquake. And a very good comedy show, man. Shouts out to Henry Wells. Shouts out to Mike Epps. Mike Epps is a friend of the show, and damn it, I should have reached out to him to try to get him on the show last week. Real good friend of the show. Been on in studio many, many times with the Two Live Stews. Also used to come. Mike Epps came to our Super Bowl party that we hosted a couple of years in a row. Wherever the hell he lives at. I don't know whether it's in L.A. or in Indianapolis where he's from or whatever, but he came down and checked out the Super Bowl with the Stews a couple of years in a row. So shouts out to Mike Epps. Great concert. They sold out Phillips Arena. Like, to me, I always think, like, Phillips Arena is like a venue for Michael Jackson and Prince or whatever. But these comedians are doing the damn thing, man. Sold out Phillips Arena. Fantastic show, man. So shouts out to those guys. Now, we got birthdays today, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Happy birthday to Josh Gordon, wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns. His crazy ass. Happy birthday to him. 24 years old. He's still young. And you know Josh Gordon has had a lot of run-ins and issues with drugs and marijuana over the last couple of years in the NFL. But he's so damn young that he's going to continue to get opportunity after opportunity. But in any regards, congratulations. Happy birthday to the young man for turning 24 years old. Baron Davis, former NBA baller, turns 36 years old today. Most notably for who? Baron Davis played for a lot of teams, but probably the Clippers, and he's from L.A. too. He's 36 years old today. Al Green is 69 years old today. 69?
How?
I peg Al Green for older than 69.
I mean, didn't he feel 69 when you were 29?
Right. Al Green feels like, to me, I don't know, 80?
89.
Not 89. He feels 80-ish. Like Al Green been around forever. You're right.
Felt like an old spirit or something.
And I guess maybe because of the music he sings and the spirit of his music sounds old school. So I don't know. I thought he was older than 69, but happy birthday to the great Al Green. Ricky Schroeder, you remember from Silver Spoons? I'm going real back right now. And Ricky Schroeder, he's 45 today. Ricky Schroeder still, I'm not going to say prevalent, but he's done a lot of stuff still in Hollywood over the last 35 years or so. But it's crazy. I'm 45 years old, so we're the same exact damn age. I'm a little bit older than him. It's crazy. Whenever I think of Ricky Schroeder, I still think of Silver Spoons, the TV show he did when he was probably 8 or 9 years old. He hadn't done anything bigger than that. Once again, these comments and talking about Ricky Schroeder, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, they reference his role on Silver Spoons. Yeah. And Paul Sorvino is 76 years old today. And you know who Paulie is, right? Paulie, the Paulie character on Goodfellas. So he turns 76 years old today. Speaking of Paulie and Mob and Killing and TV. You see how I brought all that together? I am on the last episode of Breaking Bad. And I could have watched it last night, but I purposely didn't because I was too entrenched in the Game of Thrones. So I got one episode left of Breaking Bad. And when I tell you that this thing is really, really shooting up my board of all-time great TV series, I'm not joking, man. And so, this is a spoiler alert. If you have been inspired to watch Breaking Bad because I've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks, and for people that didn't hear the story and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I just recently started watching the Breaking Bad series, and I remember when everybody was telling me about it, it was some reason I didn't watch it. And then as time went by, I missed a season, then I missed another season, and then so, I wasn't going to start watching in the middle, so I knew at some point I was going to start watching from the beginning on Netflix or YouTube or whatever. And I started doing that, and I have completed all 4 seasons. I've got 1 episode left, the series finale. And when I tell you the last episode that I watched, and this is a spoiler alert, so if you plan to watch this, you need to turn your radios down for about a minute or so. But the last episode, man, where Hank and his partner at the police station, they get killed by the rogue, hitman that Walter White hired. I mean, just crazy. Just unbelievably crazy, man. Fantastic show. Fantastic writing. And I think, and maybe I'll do this tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow after I watch tonight's episode, I'll have a final rankings for the top 5 TV series that I've seen in all time. And I've seen a lot of them. And I've seen most of the great ones. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow after I watch tonight's final episode of Breaking Bad. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Let me read some of this chat. Texas Ty busted the HBO now for messing up and not allowing me to watch Game of Thrones. What do you mean? What happened? And not allowing me to watch Game of Thrones. Why didn't you watch it? It was last night. The season premiere was last night. Vince Wright, Ball Award to Jordan Spieth. Tied Tigers record. Niner for life. Why is Jaworski trying to put Mariota first over Winston? Yeah, and I'm going to talk a little bit later about Mel Kiper's latest his latest mock draft. And everybody's high on Marcus Mariota, including Mel Kiper. We'll talk about that later. Miss Mocha Bella, baller to Tiger Woods. William Mack, Tiger was walking like a zombie from the Thriller video after he hit that tree root. Spieth supposed to be 21. His hairline says he's 41. When he took that hat off, I said, damn. Yeah, I didn't start losing. And the whole hair thing, man, and Jordan Spieth is losing his at an incredible rate. He's losing his hair at an incredible rate to be so young, to be 21 years old. So I project him being bald by the time he's 23. Like, he's got 2 years left where it's just going to be classic male pattern baldness. He does. And whether he just shaves it all off like LeBron James should do or not, we'll see. But clearly, he is losing his hair, man. From Texas Tie. Dude, Spieth, the straight-up country club, but from Texas. Yes, sir. Obviously, you like that Texas Tie, being from Texas. Fred Mack, I felt a top 10 finish for Tiger. He had a bad final round, but looking good, looking forward. KC, Jordan Spieth played it great, but people need to stop calling him the next Tiger Woods. Every year, there's someone who they want to be the next Tiger. Well, this is what they do in sports in general. You remember when Michael Jordan retired, then Grant Hill was supposed to be the next Michael Jordan, and then it was Harold Miner was supposed to be the next Harold or Michael Jordan. And, that's what they do. And so they did the same thing with Rory McIlroy a couple of years ago. They did the same type of thing when Rory started dominating the sport of golf. So this is what they do. They always try to project the next or whatever. Now, Jordan Spieth has been playing fantastic golf. He has been. I mean, there's no denying that. Once again, he was in the last pairing last year for the Masters as well and just fell off. But I mean, stop. I mean, that's a little bit too much pressure to put on a kid to call him, even if you're Rory McIlroy or Sergio Garcia. Remember, Garcia was supposed to be the arch nemesis of Tiger Woods. Never came to fruition. Never came to fruition. So, I get that talk. And you got to have a storyline. And if you build up these guys, and maybe one of these guys at some point does prove to be the next great golfer, then that's what it goes into. That's what goes into it, is a lot of hype. From Kirtland Hayes, I hope Tiger stomp a mud hole in those haters behind. William Mack, Baller to NBC Sports, great boxing this weekend. That ninja, nobody will ever do what Tiger once did. Nah. Nobody will ever amass the success and the notoriety and the brand recognition of Tiger Woods. I don't see that happening. But once again, I never thought I'd see anybody bigger than Dr. J and then Michael Jordan game, So it's possible, but I just think unlikely. All right, when we get back from the break, man, I'm going to read more of your chat. And we'll also talk a little Hawks basketball. And David Cornwell, the attorney for Jameis Winston. Damn, man. Just punch me in the gut next time. I'll tell you more about that when we get back from the break. All right, don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's just a few reasons to choose System 5. Not only is their monitoring station located here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own your security alarm system once it's installed. Not only have they been around for almost 25 years, but their customer service is excellent. And you get direct access to the owner, Mr. Maceo Brown, to resolve any issues with your alarm system. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. And make sure and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes. This is your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the Two Live Stews. Check out my brand new daily show and podcast that airs live Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Spreaker.com. That's the Doug Stewart Show daily at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Spreaker.com. Or check out the podcast anytime, 24/7. If you're not stewing, what in the world are you doing? This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Don't forget, we are watching the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight May 2nd at the Tavern Restaurant off of Campbellton Road. That's right. It's 58-19. Grab a pen. I'm going to give you this information. It's 58-19, Campbellton Road, Swats, ATL, Georgia, Southwest Atlanta, ATL, Georgia. Zip code 30331. Saturday, May 2nd, Mayweather versus Pacquiao. $10 pitchers, $5 seafood baskets, $20 at the door. Cash only, man. Cash only. Same time, man. Same time. You can actually get tickets in advance for $25 for tables and $75 for tables as well. So give them a call. Grab a pen once again. 678-904-7041. That's 678-904-7041 to reserve your table today. And make sure you tell them that you heard about it on the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. It's going to be crazy, man. I mean, it's creeping up on us. It's creeping up on us. Speaking of which, and another reminder, PSA, this Friday, we're going to be doing the best of the Doug Stewart Show this Friday. Not doing the show live on Friday, but still tune in and hear some choice cuts, the best of the Doug Stewart Show, the best of the best Doug Stewart Show on this Friday. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. Mike Bodenhauser, man, head coach of the Atlanta Hawks, credits Danny Ferry as the primary architect of the Atlanta Hawks, who have won a franchise-best 60 games and have secured the top spot in the Eastern Conference, man. And there's a lot of controversy. You know about the comments that Danny Ferry, the GM of the Hawks, made towards Luol Deng at the start of the season. A lot of people debate you on how harsh and how racist the comments were. And it's kind of tricky because being in Atlanta, and this is, let me explain the story for a lot of people that aren't from Atlanta. Atlanta has been so bad and has not won anything for so long. I think that people in this city are ready to give a pass to Danny Ferry because of the success of the team. And you also have to remember as well is they're pushing this theme of Atlanta as a city too busy to hate, which is Atlanta. And it's perfect in this situation because we really don't want to hate Danny Ferry, but then at the same time, we want to hate Danny Ferry based on the comments that he made. Once again, it's kind of questionable on how inflammatory, how racist those said comments were. I've heard people debate and argue with one side or the other, but I don't think there's any denying that Danny Ferry put this team together. And he put this team together in the framework and the consistency of the teams that they had when he was an assistant GM in San Antonio. I mean, this team is San Antonio East. They play great together. They move the ball around, great spacing, fundamental basketball. They play great defense, and that's everything that the San Antonio Spurs have done throughout this run with Popovich and Tim Duncan. The only difference between this Hawks team and those San Antonio Spurs teams that have been so dominant over the last 15 or so years with Duncan and Popovich once again is we don't have a Tim Duncan. We got some very solid players in the paint, and saying we, being a resident of Atlanta for over 20 years. You got Al Horford and you got Paul Millsap, but they aren't Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan is a legendary, once-in-a-lifetime player. So that's the only thing this team is missing. But Danny Ferry, to his credit, and they've, sent him away to exile, Danny Ferry, to his credit, is the guy. He is the architect that put this team together. Best record in franchise history. Once again, locked up the Eastern Conference. Going to have home court throughout the entire playoffs. What are your thoughts on Danny Ferry, man, and Coach Bud? I think it's almost kind of been like an edict not to even mention Coach Ferry. Like, you never even, like, the entire season is going by, we haven't seen hide nor hair his ass, as they would say in the country. And I guess they just told him, listen, man, just stay cool. Just stay under the radar. Keep your pie hole shut. Don't say anything. Don't talk to anybody. And it's kind of like, speaking of Breaking Bad a little bit earlier, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, it's kind of like what they did with Walter White when he left town or whatever in the last couple of episodes to get away from the whole situation. It's kind of like that. Like, they just tucked him away in some little small cottage in New Hampshire. Yes, you haven't seen his face. You haven't heard any comments. They told him just to shut up, man. Just go away and just stay under the radar, and they have done that. I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible. You haven't seen anybody really catch up to Danny Ferry. TMZ even, or any of these big media outlets, no one's been able to catch up with Danny Ferry. He has, in effect, been in the witness protection program. He has been hiding. But once again, you got to give credit where credit's due. He put together this team in just a short couple of years. And, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. So what are your thoughts on Danny Ferry, man? Do you think that he should come up above ground? Do you think he should be a part of this team as they make this playoff run? What are your thoughts on Danny Ferry and your thoughts about head coach Bud and saying that Danny Ferry is actually the guy most responsible for the team's success? From Redland Kirk, Doug, Tree beat that ass like granddad with a thorny switch. Laugh out loud. That's not funny. Stagger Lee, the great Stagger Lee. He says, I'm back in this snitch like my ex-wife after drinks to talk about this kids. Is it me, or am I only the one that likes to hear Tree say hitting balls? Yeah, that's not you. You're not the only one. You love all of that sexual innuendo Tree just throws out there. J. Rob, Tiger's back. He got a taste of contending among the newer golfers. Let me stop and let me comment on that for a second. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I've said for many, many years, I don't think Tiger Woods is going to pass Jack Nicklaus as far as majors all time. I just don't think he's going to do it. I've said many times before, I could see him winning maybe one more, but not passing or getting, I think it's 4 to pass Jack Nicklaus. Because he's just that great of a golfer. He could have a great, fantastic weekend where he shocks the world and wins one. What I saw this past weekend was very encouraging, though. And listen, I hope that I'm wrong. And I've said it many, many times. I thought Tiger Woods is done. But I've always rooted for him because I think golf is fun if Tiger Woods is in contention on Sundays. All right? If I had to put money on it, do I think that he'll pass Jack Nicklaus? No, I don't. I don't. And I think I actually did a show at one point a couple of months back when Tiger dropped out of a tournament where I said stick a pitchfork in Tiger's ass. And I still believe that for the most part. But am I kind of hedging my bet, wishing that Tiger Woods is good and relevant and successful? I am. I hope that I'm proven to be wrong or the biggest, error in judgment as far as prognostication of a golfer or of an athlete of all time. I hope that I'm wrong. I just don't think so. I don't think that he's going to pass 4 majors. From J. Rob, or from that ninja, men like quiet Tree. Gerald, Doug got to wear that trivia crack ass whipping. Oh, damn. Here y'all go, man. Okay, so. All right. To give you the history on this Doug Stewart and Tree Taylor battle in trivia crack. We just started playing last week. We played 3 games. I won the first one in handily fashion. And then Tree has come along to beat me 2 times in a row. All right. Now, I blame Trivia Crack for asking me dumbass questions about romance comedies from the 1980s. That's who I blame. But she's won, and I got to give her credit. What? I knew you were going to jump.
Like, when you talk about women, Tree has come along.
It ain't got nothing to do with you being a woman.
No, nigga, I showed up.
Oh, wait. Did you just – what? Oh, my gosh. Did she just call me the N-word? Oh, damn. We made Doug Stewart's show history just now. As many times as I've almost uttered that term, you did it. And we don't have 7-second delay.
I'm fired.
You getting a BPA. You nominated for a Boiled Penis Award.
No.
Yes, you are. The first time in the Doug Stewart Show history, someone utters the N-word. And we don't have 7-second delay, so it went across. So you have just been nominated for a Boiled Penis Award.
Okay, I'm going home for the day now.
And you're
I'm sick of you.
You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I can't believe that. You're so happy. You're so happy you uttered the N-word. Wow, Tree. You have to clean your mouth out with soap. I always talk about riding raw and hitting balls. And today, you just take it to a new extreme. You use the actual N-word live on air. Good thing we, on radio, traditional radio, the FCC be beating down my damn door right now. They're already looking for a reason to try to put me out of business. And you come up with this. Golly, Tree. You're better than that. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Texas Tide. Doug saying he won't lose than he lost back-to-back to Tree. I know. I am definitely eating some words and whatnot today. From Vince Wright, Doug, you better get a win versus Tree. James the truck driver, Tree got in that ass. See, I'm going to stop reading all of this Tree got in that ass chat. Talking about this trivia crack. Vince Wright, Westbrook is awesome. Baller award. He is a baller. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I mean, a very eventful day. We're giving out ballers, busters, producers throwing out the N-word. Just all happy-go-lucky and whatnot. It's okay. All right, when we get back from the break, man, I'm going to talk a little bit about Jameis Winston's attorney. I mean, damn, bruh. Are you kidding me? Yeah, we'll get into that up next, all right? Sports talk, guy talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce. And we'll drop an N-word on you at some point or another. Don't go away, the Doug Stewart Show. Oh, my gosh. The wait is finally over. Baseball season is here at last, and the excitement continues all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments, just instant cash, instant gratification. Why wait until the end of the season to claim victory when you can win huge cash every day? At DraftKings, it's like a brand new season every time you play. Just select 2 pitchers and 8 position players, stay under the salary cap, and you could be on your way to an enormous payday. Last year, Peter from Colorado won $1 million at DraftKings in one day, just playing fantasy baseball. Hundreds of thousands of fantasy sports fans just like you have already cashed in at DraftKings. Now it's your turn. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code SPREAKER to play for free. You could win part of $300 million in prizes being awarded this season. Use promo code SPREAKER for free entry now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
And we're getting a lot of chat because Tree made a comment and used the term have sex raw. And just like you cavemen dudes that listen to this show, y'all eating that up.
If you're going to say it right. It's ride raw.
Ooh. Okay, see that, Tree? You can't do that. William Mack, I'm torn on whether or not to nominate Dwight Howard for garnishing his baby mama's bank account for violating a gag order. She was wrong for mentioning his name on that bootleg show, but come on, man. That's the mother of your child? Yeah, and I read the story, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And it does seem very petty. Dwight's got $1 gazillion, and this chick clearly is just trying to keep her name relevant so that she can continue to get roles on reality shows.
I mean, we talked about this before, and you all jumped on the woman when she ain't trying to work. She's trying to work. Okay.
But she broke the rule. She broke the agreement, Tree. She can get a job. I mean, I guess it'd be less. It'd be harder for her to get a job if she doesn't intermingle Dwight Howard conversation into the talk.
What kind of job can she get that's going to accommodate the lifestyle that he created for her?
Oh, here you go.
Hey, welcome to Chick-fil-A.
What Chick-fil-A it is then? She not attached to dude anymore.
She is forever attached to dude because she rode raw.
Okay, now you really just playing with the people in the chat room and the listeners' emotions. Okay, you know they just pervs like that and they like to hear you talk dirty. You didn't have to go there again 3 times a day on the show.
Yes, you once, twice, 3 times a lady.
Sports talk, straight, no chaser.
What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you. So they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. All right, we got a little firestorm around here. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So, you pretty much know, the whole crew for the Doug Stewart Show. But there's one guy in particular that I really never talk about because he's kind of like a silent investor. His name is Larry Smith. And I probably shouldn't even call his whole name out just now, but I just did. That's fine. Appreciate everything you've done, Larry, for the show, for the Doug Stewart Show, and investing a couple of dollars. During the break, we had an unfortunate incident that just happened in the last segment. Tree used the N-word, the real N-word, not ninja, not N-word. She used the real N-word in the last segment. And from what we can tell, this is the first time that that's happened in the history of radio. Now, we aren't bound by legislation from the FCC or anything like that because we are online, but we have a set of standards. And so Larry just called us during the last segment, during the break, and called Tree into the office. So y'all pray for Tree. Y'all pray for Tree. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, she slipped. In her fervor and her exuberance for beating me in trivia crack, she threw out the N-word. And I've never done that. I've almost done it about 611 times. 11 times like my coach used to say. But I've never done it. And so we have the Doug Stewart Show history today. The great Tree. The great Tree is in the principal's office right now. And y'all pray for her. Y'all pray for her. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. But the easy way, man, to be totally interactive, just like everybody is doing right now, is to jump in the chat room on Spreaker.com. Follow the show on Spreaker. Hit the little follow button, the Doug Stewart Show on Spreaker. And then jump in the chat room and be totally interactive with your boy on the Doug Stewart Show. So we're getting your ballers and your busters from this past weekend. Baller Award to Russell Westbrook, 54 points. Baller Award to Jordan Spieth, winning the Masters at 21 years of age. Tremendous. Even the Baller Award to Tiger Woods, man. Tiger stays in contention. He's on the leaderboard on the last day, and he plays good damn golf for the most part. Not Tiger Woods' good golf, but good golf in relative terms to everybody else in the world. And so that was good. It was a great weekend. I watched a ton of golf on Sunday. I watched it from beginning to end pretty much. I had to take my daughter to track practice. I left for about an hour and a half, came back, and Tiger was finishing up. He was like on the 16th hole or whatever. So great weekend of golf, man. Great weekend of sports. And I'm reading your chat and get your thoughts on that. But also another thing that happened this weekend, Busta Award goes to David Cromwell, man. Or Cornwell, I'm sorry. David Cornwell, the attorney for Jameis Winston that helped him out in a lot of these little issues that he's had off the field. In a quote this past weekend, he's ready to be an NFL player on the field. And talking to Villanova's Morad Sports Law Journalism Symposium. But he's not ready to be an NFL player off the field. Huh? Now, you know about all of the stuff that went down with Jameis Winston off the field, the sexual assault allegations, the water, BB gun fight that he had, crab legs, all of those little type things. So Cornwell's been his attorney for a lot of this type of stuff, especially for the rape trial, the sexual assault trial. But with friends like that, who needs enemies? Now, he kind of reeled it in a little bit later in a quote, and I guess after he said it, he probably was like, damn, that was too much. He says, I don't think anyone is ready. No one is ready for this, the NFL world, when they come on to it or into it. And, yeah, I think that after he made that comment, now he is probably speaking truthfully in his thoughts, that he probably thinks Jameis Winston has a lot of growing up to do, but you can't say that. And, you know, how does that look to teams and to GMs? If everybody's questioning your character and the things that you've done off the field, and there's always this skepticism about you, but we're sure or we're not sure what type of guy this player is going to be when he gets into the NFL. And then a guy that has your back, is paid to have your back, and a guy you would think would speak highly of you, even he has negative things to say. That's just not a good look. And I don't think that helps Jameis Winston in any regard. Once again, now he did kind of come behind and clean it up a little bit and kind of saying that, no one's really ready for it. But nah, bro. I think the damage is done. If I'm somebody, I totally ignore that second part because I look at it for what it is. I look at it for David Cornwell basically trying to clean up his mistake. No, I go off what he initially said. The first comment was the real, unfiltered response talking about Jameis Winston, his client. Yeah, I really downplay the second part of that where he tried to tie in, all young people coming into the NFL. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, which the statement is true, but the statement seems disingenuous to me. It seems like a statement to try to, make up for the statement he made in advance. The first statement and talking about him not being ready. So that was a horrible look. He gets a Busta Award for that, man. And he also gets nominated for a BP Award, a Boyle Peters Award. Yes. That was horrible. That was actually horrible. For Ms. Mocabella, I think Russell Westbrook is not a team player because he's trying to win the MVP award all by himself. I don't know if he's actually trying to win the MVP award. I don't know if he's going out getting all these triple doubles in an effort to win the MVP award. I think the guy's just playing hard. He's always played this hard. Could something be said about maybe he's a ball hog? No question about it. But here's the thing. Who else is he going to pass the ball to? And I always have these arguments with people about Kobe Bryant. People will say, well, Kobe's a ball hog. Okay, not talking about when Shaq was there. Kobe Bryant's a ball hog. He takes too many shots. He doesn't get his teammates involved. Who the hell else Kobe Bryant going to pass the ball to? Why would Kobe Bryant pass the ball to anybody on that team that he's playing with right now or has played with for the last couple of years? He should be taking all the damn shots. Same thing for Russell Westbrook right now. Who else is Russell Westbrook going to pass the ball to? Nobody. All right, Kevin Durant's not there. As I mentioned earlier, Serge Ibaka in there, both due to injury. Yeah, I mean, he's doing what he's got to do to win basketball games. Ask yourself this question. If they have no Russell Westbrook, do they win as many games as they have won? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so at all. From Niner for Life. Can Kevin Love and Randall play together, Doug? Same position, and he's talking about Julius Randle for the Lakers, who went out this year with a injury at the start of the season, hadn't played the entire year. They're the same type player. You're right. That's a great point. I don't know. But you know what? In the NBA, they make deals now with first picks in the draft, first top 5 picks in the draft. If Kevin Love were to go to the Lakers, and I mentioned it earlier, I would love to see Kevin Love play for the Lakers if this thing doesn't work out for him in Cleveland. They might try to shop Julius Randle. They might, because they do that type of thing and have been doing that type of thing lately in the NBA, where a very highly regarded player, a very high draft pick, can get traded. And usually you don't see that type of thing, but we have seen cases of that in the NBA over the last couple of years. Niner for Life. If it is Spurs versus Hawks, least watched finals of all times. I hate to agree with you, but I agree with you. Probably it would be. It probably would be. I talked earlier about Jordan Spieth being, his brand and kind of being a boring type guy. There's no sizzle to him, no swagger really. You talking about two teams with no swagger and no real sizzle? The San Antonio Spurs have been regarded like that for many, many years, and I think you could probably make an argument that the Hawks aren't very exciting either. Yeah, you might be right, man. From Fatboy McCoon, Kevin Love is going to Orlando. Him, Oladipo, Vucevic, Peyton next year is going to be sick. He ain't going no damn Orlando. You can forget that. Ronald Cameron, the T-Wolves front office deserves a decade-long BP award for years of incompetence. They've been trying, man. They got this. They got a young nucleus of players, man. But it doesn't look like it's going to get better before it gets even worse, I think. from Juan Cruz. Laker fans think every free agent will play for them. That's the way it used to be. How'd that work out last summer? Well, last couple of years aren't a good indicator of free agents wanting to come and play for the Lakers. The Lakers usually get whoever the hell they want. Not so much the last couple of years. And there's probably a lot of reasons because of that that people will assess. I don't know. But let's go get better. When we get back from the break, man, we're going to talk more sports. I'm going to read more of your chat. The most interactive show in America, The Doug Stewart Show. And we will drop the N-word on you, too. What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you. So they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
So I'm probably 6. So Jesse Bryant rolls by, and I remember it like it was yesterday. He rolls by in his truck, and for some reason, something in my mind says, pick up a rock and throw it at Jesse. And I hit his truck. And not only did I hit his truck, it was a damn good throw and aim because it hit his windshield. And it cracked his windshield. So he stops and jumps out of the truck. I don't think anybody saw me, but he jumps out and, Isaac, so your grandson hit my truck with a rock. They had a little conversation. I'm like, oh, man, this is bad. And sure enough, my grandfather walks up and sees this nick on the windshield. And Jesse rolls away, and I know I'm in trouble. My daddy not around, my mother not around, and my grandfather reaches down, and this is God is my witness. Strike me down right here. My grandfather reaches down and pulls off a branch from a rose bush. Yes, just drags his arm and pulls off the leaves. Thorns are still applied to said switch. You get your ass whipped with a switch is bad enough, but a thorny switch? Oh my gosh. So he commences to busting my ass with a thorny switch. Yes. And you know I was marked up from head to toe. Now, that's probably child abuse. Not saying that what Adrian Peterson didn't do was child abuse either, but that was child abuse. That's a deadly weapon. And this is no lie. You're listening to The Doug Stewart Show. The wait is finally over. Baseball season is here at last, and the excitement continues all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments, just instant cash, instant gratification. Why wait until the end of the season to claim victory when you can win huge cash every day? At DraftKings, it's like a brand new season every time you play. Just select 2 pitchers and 8 position players, stay under the salary cap, and you could be on your way to an enormous payday. Last year, Peter from Colorado won $1 million at DraftKings in one day, just playing fantasy baseball. Hundreds of thousands of fantasy sports fans just like you have already cashed in at DraftKings. Now it's your turn. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code SPREAKER to play for free. You could win part of $300 million in prizes being awarded this season. Use promo code SPREAKER for free entry now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com. Y'all pray for Tree. PrayForTree.com. Still in Larry's office. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Starting to get worried now. Before I was just joking, but she hadn't come out yet. I can kind of see through the glass here, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, I own the damn show. I mean, I do what the hell I want on this show. But Larry, Mr. Smith, I'm just going to call him Mr. Smith from now on. He's a big-time investor of the show. He kind of foot the bill to make this show happen, to be honest with you. So Larry, he's a great guy. He's a friend of the show, obviously. He's a fan of the show. and he's also a supporter of the show monetarily. And this is the first time I've even had to bring his name up because he's usually quiet, doesn't say anything at all, just laughs every day. Great show today, Doug. Great show today, Doug. And I say, thank you, Larry. Let's go get a beer. Let's go get a couple brews. But today, Tree went to his office. She threw out the N-word a little bit earlier, and I hope they're just having a spirited dialogue and conversation about the use of the N-word on live radio. I hope that's the case, and no more. I hope I don't see a couple of dudes walking down the hall with some boxes. How they did me and Ryan in our last day on radio. You ever got fired, man, and they send the security up with boxes and put your ish in here? No, we're not gonna let you stay the rest of the day. We want you to put your stuff in here. We want you to put your stuff in this box. Okay, all right, thank you. I got it. I'm walking. No. We're gonna walk you out. I hope that's not the case for Tree today. I don't think it is. I'm just joking. 443820338 is the number to the show. We're talking Ballas and Busta. Baller award to Taraji Henson, man, appearing on Saturday Night Live this weekend. She did good. Now, I didn't see it live. I actually saw a lot of the clips on YouTube. They did a little skit on basically Taraji was like part of Game of Thrones. They did a little skit where she was at the beginning. She had this gospel choir behind her and talking about how she made it. It was real cute. And she also did something with Sesame Street. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Her cookie character. And I hope she didn't get typecast. And I don't think she will. She did her little cookie character with the Sesame Street characters. And the last thing was very funny. The last part of it was very funny where she did something with Cookie Monster. And she ate the cookie like the Cookie Monster. It was cute, man. So Ball Award goes to Taraji Henson. Very talented. I didn't know she could sing. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. At the beginning with this little skit with the gospel choir, she actually sung. She can hold a tune. I'm not saying she Diana Ross or nothing like that, but she can actually sing. Yeah, very talented, man. So Ball Award goes to her. Let me go ahead and grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
It's Triple Digit, and I'm calling here in
Triple
Atlanta.
Digit! What's up, baby?
Well, it's a long time. It's got a new territory, so it's been a little difficult to call in.
Oh, it's all good, man. Thank you. I'm glad you're still listening, brother.
Oh, absolutely, all the time. Still passing the word to all my friends.
That's cool.
Okay, so let's see. I got to give my baller to my Wizards, and you're going to say, for beating a team without any of their starting five, this is the first time since I was 2 years old that my Bullets, my Wizards, whatever you want to call them, have been won 46 games.
Wow.
Since they were in 1979, we haven't won anything more than this. So I'm going to take it. I love it. I mean, you got to win the game. So if we beat, Indiana and we beat Cleveland, it doesn't matter. We're the fifth seed. We're going to end up playing either Toronto or Chicago.
Yeah, it looks like as of right now, you guys are going to be playing Chicago. I like y'all chances, man. The 4 versus the 5. The Wizards haven't been good or this good in a long, long time. The Wes Unseld days, man.
Yeah, man, since 1979 when we went to the finals of the second year. We won it in 78, and then we lost in 79 to the Sonics both times. So
right.
I'm ready for another title. It's not happening anytime soon. We're still got 2 years till KD comes back to DC. But that's all right.
So you think he's really going to come back, huh?
I do. I mean, and that's fine. Him, Bradley Beal, John Wall, it's setting up perfect for it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
We'll see. It's a couple of years, and I hope he gets healthy.
Yeah, if the Wizards were to get Kevin Durant, if he comes home a couple of years from now and plays and pairs up with John Wall and Bradley Beal, man, that's a fantastic squad.
That's what I'm talking about. We'll see. I mean, because Bradley Beal's 21, John Wall's 23, something like that. So, I mean, they're still young. By that time, 2 years from now, KD will be what?
Okay.
Right about 30?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll have a good 5-year run with those guys. This year, I mean, I'm going to also give a baller to the Spurs. I mean, was that 11 in a row?
Yeah.
They're on fire. I know it's not the most exciting game, but it's fun. I mean, whatever. It's good. If you ever get a chance, go down to San Antonio. They do some fun stuff at their arena. I went this past year.
Yeah, I've heard about that River Walk or whatever it is. I've heard about that.
Oh, it was also, that. I mean, they did like the mariachi camp. They did all this crazy stuff. It was, whatever. Cool. My busters go to. I'm not going to give any out today. It's Monday. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to say everybody's got ballers. Go Capitals. Go Wizards. Go all my DC teams. And I'm going.
Appreciate the call, Triple Digit. He called 404-382-0338. That's the number to the show. It's going to be the Bulls as of right now. And I think it still can the seeds can kind of flip-flop between the Bulls and between the Raptors, so we'll see what happens with that. But as of right now, it's the Bulls taking on the Wizards in the first round, the 5 versus the 4 seed. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Yeah, the Wizards in contention in the playoffs, that's good. Love John Wall, love Bradley Beal. I tend to agree. I think especially with this situation, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, especially with this situation with Kevin Durant and always at odds seemingly with the press in Oklahoma City. They say that he's, not a big game player. Remember the controversy from a couple of years ago? And now with these injuries, and it kind of seems like that it's now Russell Westbrook's team. It does kind of seem like that. I could see Kevin Durant going back to D.C. and playing for the Wizards. That would be great. I would like that. From my man Q Haduchu, Al Green must have started when he was 10 years old. I mentioned earlier on the birthdays, today is Al Green's birthday, and he's 69. I thought sure Al Green was in his late 70s, but evidently he's not. And a lot of people agree with me. He looks much older, or has seemingly been around much longer than being the age of 69. From Jungle Brother, Doug, you need to stop playing that Shanae Jenkins commercial. That sister kept it real and needs to be respected. I'm not going to stop playing it. I can tell you that right now. But you're right. You talk about ride or die chicks. This is the poster child for ride or die chicks. And this Shanae Jenkins, it's actually Shiana Jenkins, Aaron Hernandez's girlfriend. Wow, she kept it 100 with Aaron Hernandez. Miss Mocha Bella, I think San Antonio in the 7-game series will win the championship this year over Cleveland. I actually said it, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I actually have said, because my Lakers aren't in contention, not that I'm technically rooting. I guess maybe I am rooting. Like, I think it would be cool to see the Cavs win a championship. My wife's from that area. They've been bad for a long, long time. Cleveland ain't never won anything. I just think the whole story of LeBron going back to Cleveland after all the turmoil and all of the controversy of him leaving the first time and coming back, and that being his childhood home or the place that he's actually from, I think that'd be a great story for the Cavs to win a championship in LeBron's first year back in Cleveland. I think it would be cool. From who we got? 9-0 the Rhino. Breaking Bad was damn good. It is. 9-0 for life. Doug, told you Breaking Bad was fire. You did. A lot of people kept telling me that. Baller award to Breaking Bad. I'm going to watch the final episode tonight. And I heard the series finale is fire as well. Matt, no Danny Ferry slander. No Danny Ferry slander. That's a tongue twister. Gerald, just because you're good at your job doesn't mean that you're not a racist, Mr. Ferry. Yeah, and once again, I'm not, and I haven't been strong on whether I think Danny Ferry is a racist because of the comments he made in that email and that recording or whatever or not. It doesn't sound good. I mean, it sounds like a guy that's clowning a particular race of people. I don't know if I would go as far as to say and use the term racist. I don't know. It's very ambiguous, that entire situation. Like, some people, I just say, oh, yeah, straight out, he's a racist. Or I think he's a racist, or I think he's a bigot. These comments made by Danny Ferry, they were bad. They were mean-spirited. Does that totally mean that he's a racist? I'm not sure about that. From Matt, the live chat gang should get our own table. The tavern, I will be there, not paying $90 to watch at the crib. Swats ho, ATL ho. All right, so Matt, yeah, we're going to see you at the Tavern Restaurant May 2nd, Saturday, Mayweather versus Pacquiao, $10 pitchers, $5 seafood baskets, $20 at the door cash, but you can get tickets in advance. This place is nice. It's got a ton of TVs, so it's going to be a great viewing experience, but it's not the biggest place in the world. You need to get your tickets in advance, all right? Grab a pencil. I'm going to give you the phone number right now while we're talking about it. Grab a pencil right now. The Doug Stewart Show, the Stewies, the staff, even Larry might come out after he fires Tree. That's not going to happen. Let me stop playing. We're watching the fight May 2nd at the Tavern off of Campbellton Road in the Swats, all right? The number to get your table in advance and your tickets in advance is 678-904-7041. Once again, 678-904-7041. It will sell out very soon. Well before May 2nd. So you need to get your tickets right now, reserve your tickets right now. Make sure and tell them, though, that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. All right, when we get back from the break, man, more of your chat, more sports talk, more guy talk. This is the Doug Stewart Show. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on thedougstewartshow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you could be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on The Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there, all right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! The wait is finally over. Baseball season is here at last, and the excitement continues all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments, just instant cash, instant gratification. Why wait until the end of the season to claim victory when you can win huge cash every day? At DraftKings, it's like a brand new season every time you play. Just select 2 pitchers and 8 position players, stay under the salary cap, and you could be on your way to an enormous payday. Last year, Peter from Colorado won $1 million at DraftKings in one day, just playing fantasy baseball. Hundreds of thousands of fantasy sports fans just like you have already cashed in at DraftKings. Now it's your turn. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code SPREAKER to play for free. You could win part of $300 million in prizes being awarded this season. Use promo code SPREAKER for free entry now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com. All Tree want to do is ride raw and keep it real. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Shouts out to, in Ball Award, man, to Jason Kidd and the Milwaukee Bucks. They secured a playoff spot. Ball Award to Jay Kidd. Damn, Jason Kidd can really coach. You take the Bucks to the playoffs, you can coach. And so Ball Award to him, man. Jason Kidd becomes the first coach in NBA history to take 2 franchises to the playoffs in his first 2 years as a head coach. Ball Award to Jason Kidd. And it's funny because he beats the team that he left high and dry last year in the Brooklyn Nets last night. 96-73. It's the Ball Award to the Milwaukee Bucks. And Ball Award to Jason Kidd, man. Jason Kidd can really coach. So you know what this means, right? Jason Kidd is going to be one of those coaches in the NBA for the next 25 years. Yeah. I mean, he's one of the next up-and-comers. And in the NBA, you literally just go from team to team to team. Once you've been recognized as one of the better coaches, you get opportunity after opportunity. Byron Scott, A.B. Johnson, you just see coaches, George Karl, you see coaches get opportunity after opportunity. And the fact that, Jason Kidd would, in effect, the first year that he left the NBA, you remember, he was a head coach in the NFL or in the NBA. And so the fact that he's done it 2 years in a row, he's set for life. He was already set for life. Jason Kidd has made a ton of money in the NBA as a player, but he'll never have to worry about getting a job anywhere. He'll get fired from a job. He'll probably get fired many, many times to come. But because of his reputation, his resume, he's a Hall of Famer as a player. And in his first 2 years, straight out of the league without being an assistant coach at all, he takes both teams to the playoffs. He gets a Ball Award. And he's straight for life. He just is. You got to give credit. We give credit on the Doug Stewart Show. From Gerald in the chat room on Spreaker.com. If Lovie Smith takes Mariota over Winston, he should be fired on the spot. That's not going to happen. There is some hype surrounding Marcus Mariota. There is. I mean, clearly. And I talked about it earlier. Mel Kiper in his latest mock draft. He calls it mock draft 4.0. His top 5 players. As a matter of fact, I'll talk about the top 10. At number 10, he's got Brashard Perriman, linebacker from a wide receiver from University of Central Florida, going to the St. Louis Rams. Number 9, Shane Ray, outside linebacker from Missouri, junior, going to the New York Giants with the 9th pick. Number 8, Vic Beasley to the Atlanta Falcons. I've heard a lot of people, hot and cold on Vic Beasley. I love Vic Beasley, and I talked about him a couple of years ago when he had, I think you could probably call it his breakout game against the Georgia Bulldogs. He's just a phenomenal athlete, man. Comes from a football family. His dad played college football, I believe. So phenomenal athlete. I love the kid out of Clemson, man. Defensive tackle or defensive end, hybrid / linebacker type that's going to get after the quarterback guy, that's going to get you sacks. I love his game. I would love for the Falcons to take him at number 8. Number 7, Kevin White, wide receiver from West Virginia. Number 6, Brandon Shreve for the New York Jets from Iowa, offensive tackle. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Number 5, Dante Fowler from Florida, going to the Redskins. Number 4, Amari Cooper, wide receiver from Alabama, going to the Raiders. They love receivers in Oakland. Number 3, Leonard Williams, the defensive tackle from USC, going to Jacksonville. And then Marcus Mariota has jumped all the way up on Mel Kiper's board to number 2, going to the Tennessee Titans. And what he says is, in effect, I think Marcus Mariota is going number 2 based on the way the wind is blowing right now. From the conversations had in the back rooms, Marcus Mariota is going to number 2. The Titans may not take him. You know that the Titans are, or supposedly have this deal on the table for Phillip Rivers. So the Titans may not take him, but he's thinking, and these experts are thinking, that a team is going to move all the way up to number 2 to take Marcus Mariota, whether that's San Diego, the Jets maybe, Chicago, St. Louis is another team being talked about as well that may try to move up to take Marcus Mariota at number 2, and he still has Jameis Winston as number 1. Yeah, I think it's just such a no-brainer. You got to take Jameis Winston. I like Marcus Mariota, but I'm just unsold on those Oregon quarterbacks in the NFL and the style of quarterback that they played in college. I'm just unsold on those guys. I'm just unsold. And we'll see. He may shock me. Like, I could really see him being a bust, or I could really see him being like the next Steve Young. Like, he has that skill set. We'll see. We will see. From Ronald Cameron, BP award to anyone who says Jordan Spieth is the next Tiger Woods. Skip Bayless said that? No. He can win a lot of majors. And based on how he played this weekend and how he's played since he's been a professional, he can win a ton of majors, but he'll never have the impact of Tiger Woods. He'll never have the brand of Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, once again, and I've said this many, many times, Tiger Woods single-handedly brought a whole new generation and a whole new group of fans to golf. He did, by his damn self. Jordan Spieth ain't bringing nobody new to golf. I don't think he's bringing anybody new to golf. And I said it earlier, doesn't really have a lot of sizzle. He doesn't have, I don't know, and I don't want it to sound like I'm dissing the guy or anything like that. He doesn't have that it factor. You know what I'm saying? Like some players got that it factor. Like Tiger Woods had that it factor. Thus far, I don't see that in Jordan Spieth. There's been players that have been fantastic and better than some other players, but they may not have that it factor. Like, for instance, in football. Jerry Rice was a fantastic player. Randy Moss, and I'm a Moss fan, so this is the first example I could come up with in my mind. Randy Moss had that it factor. You know what I'm saying? Like Randy Moss was can't miss or must-watch TV. You understand? Jerry Rice, in a lot of people's minds, people would say is the best wide receiver of all time. But Randy Moss was a show. Same thing with Mike Vick. There's been a lot of great quarterbacks and a ton of quarterbacks better than Mike Vick, technically, and I guess stat-wise. A lot of people argue with you that Matt Ryan's a better quarterback than Mike Vick. He don't have that Mike Vick it factor, though. You feel me? He just don't. I mean, Matt Ryan's a great quarterback. I love him. Fantastic quarterback. I'm glad that he's the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons. But Michael Vick had that it factor. What's another example when you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show? In boxing. Larry Holmes was probably a better fighter than Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson had that it factor. You feel me? Like a Mike Tyson fight was an event. I can't think of another fighter, even Floyd right now in this Pacquiao fight. I can't think of another fighter who I was more excited to see them fight, for them to get into that squared circle, than I ever was in my life than for Mike Tyson. Nobody even comes close. It was a big-ass event. It was a huge occasion whenever Mike Tyson got into that ring. It was just a tremendous occasion. There have been plenty of boxers probably bigger. Probably the closest thing would probably be Muhammad Ali. But I don't even know, and I was young when Muhammad Ali was at his height. I can't remember of another fighter in history that you got more geeked up to see than Mike Tyson. So the same type of thing, and Jordan Spieth just doesn't have that it factor right now. And I don't know what he can do. He just doesn't have the personality that's spontaneous and that people are going to or attract to when you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. From Matt, Tree just real? Yeah, Tree. She might be real on another show, too. I'm sorry. She's still in that damn office with Larry right now. William Mack, not for nothing, but Tree's potty mouth is kind of a turn-on truck. You guys are some perverts. The chat gang are some pervs from Vince Wright. Just give her a BPA now. Nobody wins but Tree. Yeah. If you're just joining the show and you are listening to the Doug Stewart Show, if you're just joining us at the end, which you shouldn't do, you should listen from the very beginning. But Tree did something for the first time in radio history, I believe. She uttered the N-word. She didn't say N-word. She didn't say ninja. She said the real damn thing, and it went out over the air. Duke 1911, go to break, Doug. Quasicodo, Tree got raw on Doug. She did. I mean, it's okay with me, and I'm looking right now, and Larry's door is still closed. Larry is a major contributor to the Doug Stewart Show here at this little studio that we do the show from. And Tree's still in there. Now, I don't know what's going on. She's been in there more than enough time to discuss saying the N-word. I hope they ain't doing nothing more. I hope not. From Texas Ty, I'm losing money on DraftKings playing baseball and don't know who's good now. Yeah, at the beginning of the year, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and make sure that you do create you a DraftKings account. and use the promo code Spreaker. All right. At the beginning of the year in fantasy baseball, you really need to kind of like take it kind of slow because you got to kind of build up a database of players and what they're doing thus far. And baseball is a lot of streaks. Like players are getting the streaks and pitchers will have streaks. A couple days ago, I had Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. He got bombed. And I spent like $13,000 on that ninja. So you got to really be careful, man, in fantasy baseball at the start of the season. All right, when we get back from the break, damn it, the show is gone already. The fastest show on turf, the Doug Stewart Show. When we get back from the break, I'll read more of your chat. Y'all still clowning Tree. And we will wrap up today's episode, man. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at The Doug Stewart Show or at Doug, the number 2 Live Stews, at Doug 2 Live Stews. I already sent out today's lucky tweet and lucky numbers. Make sure you check it out and then retweet it, all right, and get some of this stew magic. Don't go away. Keep it locked. System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's just a few reasons to choose System 5. Not only is their monitoring station located here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own your security alarm system once it's installed. Not only have they been around for almost 25 years, but their customer service is excellent. And you get direct access to the owner, Mr. Maceo Brown, to resolve any issues with your alarm system. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. And make sure and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes. This is your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the 2 Live Stews. Check out my brand new daily show and podcast that airs live Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Spreaker.com. That's the Doug Stewart Show daily at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Spreaker.com. Or check out the podcast anytime, 24/7. If you're not stewing, what in the world are you doing? This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medifile, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7.
Right about now.
Are you not entertained? You know you are, man. Thank you for joining me today on the Doug Stewart Show. Man Talk Monday. And I got to go ahead and just put this out there for the record. I kind of alluded earlier that some shenanigans were going on in Larry's office with Tree and him because she's been in there for 45 minutes and the shade's been down. But I didn't mean that, okay? I shouldn't have said that. I take that back. And I know Tree's husband, Charles, and I don't want him coming up here and laying his pistol on the table, all right? I shouldn't have said that. But it is kind of interesting that Tree is still in there, and it's been 45 minutes. The shades are down. I'm just saying. But I didn't mean it that way. I kind of did, but I didn't. I did, but I didn't. I didn't, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you're talking about. I just made a statement. Y'all stop being nasty and perverted. I didn't mean it like that. Charles, it's just radio, bruh. It's just radio. As a matter of fact, Tree is still in there right now. And this is really starting to worry me. All I can see is the door. I can't hear what's going on, luckily. But as soon as she comes out, we will report on it. And I'll let you know what happened. Hopefully we got good news. And I'm just playing. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. There's nothing wrong. Maybe they're talking about something else or whatever. But it's okay. From C.J. Washington, stop hating on the Hawks and respect what they're doing. Sandman, Taraji killed the Wanda Sykes skit. I didn't see that one. So I can easily just go back on YouTube and see it. Hey, YouTube is great. Shouts out to YouTube. Ball award to YouTube. From Vince Wright. What up, Vince? All the way up there in Minnesota, baby. What's going on? SNL wasn't funny. She worked with what she had. Yeah, you know that Saturday Night Live is all based on the writers. I mean, they write these skits. And I don't know how much diversity, let's just put it like that. I don't know how much diversity they got on their writing staff. A lot of times now, they do great stuff that involve the black actors on that show. They do. A lot of the stuff they've done with Keenan, what's his name? Keenan Williams or whatever. It's been very good stuff. A lot of stuff they've done with the other guy the guy that does the Stephen A. Smith skit. It's pretty good. So, but I didn't think that the skits were that great. And I don't know, maybe it was just hard for them to write for her. I don't know why. But what she had, I think she worked it very well. I agree with my man Vince on that. From Cleota72, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. The Riverwalk is cool, but I went once when they had the Final Four there, and it was off the chain. Even saw some drunk, punk-ass Duke players. Leon, you're talking about San Antonio. The Riverwalk is a famous area where people like congregate, festival-type atmosphere. From Leon, J-Kidd was very smart player, not surprising. He just needs experience. William Mack, the Russian talked real dirty about Jason Kidd on the way out. In effect, said he wasn't worth the money he was asking for. Shouts out to him for pricing the doubters wrong or proving the doubters wrong. I agree. A lot of controversy about how he left New York, the Brooklyn Nets now. But Jason Kidd has shown he knows what the hell he's doing. And maybe there was more going on behind the scenes that would lend to him doing what he did and just leaving the Brooklyn Nets seemingly high and dry. From Jungle Brother, Doug, you've been soft on Ferry Streets watching. Yeah, because because I keep it real. I'm not just going to necessarily just call a guy blatantly out if I don't believe so. If anybody doesn't have a problem calling anybody out on radio, historically, for the last 10 or so years, it's me. In this particular case, man, I kind of get why people don't want to just totally just slam the guy. What he said was bad. What he said was wrong in talking about the whole Luol Deng situation. But I've heard much, much worse. And what he said doesn't really necessarily make me believe that he's in fact a racist. I think that's when you start throwing around that term, which once again I don't have a problem calling somebody a racist if they are. I'll call a spade. Once again, done it many, many times. But in this particular case, when you use that term, man, I think you got to be matter of fact in your opinion. It can't be no ambiguity in it. It can't be any, he might be a racist or not. Nah, when you use that, or when you speak about someone else's character in those terms, I think you just got to be 100% sure about it. From Cleota72, did Larry pull the Gatton tree? That is Stu style. Eugene Jackson, I hope he did, and he didn't. Once again, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I see a ton of chat in here and concern about Tree. I'm just joking, I think. I'm just joking. She's coming out of the office right now. And I know Larry's probably listening too. Tree's coming out of the office right now. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Maybe she'll come in and you're okay? I'm getting the thumbs up right now. I'm getting the thumbs up. Okay. Tree. Tree,
Yes.
you okay?
Yes. I'm fine.
I mean, everything's all right, right? I mean, everything's fine, right?
I got my church finger up. You know, when you want to be excused.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have more on that tomorrow, I'm sure. We'll have more. Me and Tree are talking about it a little bit more after the day show, and we'll give you an update tomorrow on exactly what happened with that in Larry's office. Well, Tree, jump back on 1 second. I do need to ask this question.
Yes.
Without going into details, why did it take so long, and why were the blinds down?
I like privacy when I'm talking.
Okay. All right.
Do you mind?
No, I'm fine. This is the Doug Stewart Show. From Eugene Jackson. Doug, you giving Ferry a pass because he works for Atlanta. Otherwise, you would be killing him on your show right now. No, not necessarily the case. I don't agree with that. From Matt, Tree can't breathe. Oh, here you go. Here y'all go. From what we got here? Melvin, Tree is definitely Stu. Vince Wright, can't wait for Tree update. Better ride Raw Girl. Texas Tie, free Tree, getting the shirts made right now. K3000, man, Tree, free Tree. I thought Doug was the boss. WTF, is Tree getting paid? I am the boss. But we do have what they call a benefactor. Okay? Yeah, Jungle Brother, if Tree don't get suspended, y'all need to beef up security in that studio. Niner for life. Tell Jameis Tree can talk to the lawyer for him. Miss Mocha Bella, BPA to Jameis Winston attorney David Cornwell, Jay from KC. Jameis just needs to tell David Cornwell to shut his ass up. Fred Mack, Tree gets suspended, I'm gone. Pick it like they did on the one episode of What's Happening. No Roger, no rerun, no red. You went back just now. Oh, from Jungle Brother, all you tender-hearted brothers talking about free Tree need to man up. Tree is out of control. Tree is kind of out of control with that comment today. I mean, I just think that it was just a little slip of the tongue that more times than often wouldn't have even made it to air, but because we're working on limited resources, in particular Larry's resources, we don't have the 7-second delay. So it got out. But it's okay. We aren't under the governing body of the FCC. This is online radio. So it's okay. It's okay. And I told her it was okay. She's all distraught right now, looking like she's about to cry. It's going to be okay. Thumbs up. Yay. Like Fonzarelli, Tree, it's going to be okay. More chat. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Stagger Lee. If Tree leaves, she's going to come back to the show like Cookie Lines from Empire. She's not going anywhere. She's okay. I'm getting the thumbs up. It's okay. From Fat Boy McCoon. That just shows you Tree ghetto. What? That doesn't show she ghetto because she had a slip of the tongue? Dudes not from the ghetto use that word all the time. I'm not from the ghetto. I'm from the country. I use that word all the time. Nino the Rhino. Winston must owe dude money. Niner for life. After the meeting for Tree, the commercial will be she kept her job because she rode Raw in Tree's voice. Oh, this Road Raw thing is just taking a life of its own. From Jersey Vern, Tree need a BPA for the black-on-black crime. From Cleo to 72, laugh out loud. I'm like Bun B on that grand finale track, UGK for life. Free Tree, laugh out loud. Yeah, I echo your sentiments, sir. Free Tree. Yes, sir. Free Tree. Free Tree. Oh, man. Are you not entertained? You know you are, man. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Doug Stewart Show. It just goes by so fast. The fastest 2 hours in sports and entertainment right here on the Doug Stewart Show. Tree is fine. I'm getting a lot of thumbs up. It's all good. It's all good, baby. It's all good. She's fine. She'll be back tomorrow. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Shouts out to Tree. Even though you were nominated for a BP award today, it's okay. Shouts out to Dwayne Bassan, Gerald Oliveri, my engineers, Waterhead Walter. I blame you, Walter. And also a special shouts out to all of the Stewies. We'll do it again tomorrow. Once again, same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.